Last Friday, People's National Party PNP president and opposition leader Mark Golding found himself at the center of public attention, not necessarily in a good way. No, not for a policy announcement or a fiery debate, but for an expletive uttered under his breath and caught by a hot microphone. Golding, quick to apologize, explained, "Last night I was at another function, and a pure problem with the microphone, and I mutter a little BC under my breath. Mean even mean anybody fee hear it, while the incident may seem minor to some, especially given Golding's otherwise squeaky clean image." It has sparked a broader conversation about Golding's public persona and more specifically, his ongoing efforts to connect with the Jamaican populace. Some observers have questioned whether the outburst was simply a moment of frustration, given that sound systems and microphones have a history of giving even the best of performers problems, or if it reflects a deeper eagerness on Golding's part to assert his Jamaicanness, a topic that has trailed his political career since he first entered the national arena. For those unfamiliar with the local parlance, let me explain. BC is an abbreviation of a well-known Jamaican curse word, and while not necessarily considered the kind of language one would expect to emanate from the leader of the opposition, it is a word that is widely understood and used across Jamaica, transcending class, education, and even political boundaries. Golding has spent most of his professional life in the private sector. He went to some of Jamaica's best schools, was called to the Jamaican bar, and worked as a corporate lawyer and investment banker before entering politics. He is also considered to be a privileged Jamaican, having been born to white Jamaican parents of British heritage, all of which is to say that Golding's background is hardly representative of the average Jamaican, and this has not been lost on his detractors, who have long questioned his ability to relate to the everyday struggles of the average Jamaican over the years. Golding has made efforts to respond to these criticisms, and in more recent years, he has made a conscious effort to incorporate Patois, the language of the people, into his everyday speech, especially on the campaign trail. He sometimes mixes it with standard English in a way that is reminiscent of many Jamaicans who live abroad and make a similar effort to stay connected to their cultural roots. It is precisely this kind of code switching that has allowed some to accuse Golding of being inauthentic, of only using Patois when it is convenient or beneficial to him. To understand and use Patois is to demonstrate an understanding of Jamaican culture, history, and society, and by extension, to speak in Patois is not just a way of communicating, but of building solidarity and forging connections. In the case of Mark Golding, his use of Patois, even in a private moment of frustration, can be seen as an attempt to do just that, to connect with the people of Jamaica in a way that is both authentic and relatable. The incident has reignited discussions about authenticity, identity, and the role of language in Jamaican politics, whether or not it has ultimately succeeded in humanizing Golding in the eyes of the Jamaican people remains to be seen. As the country prepares for its next general election, whenever it is called, issues of identity politics are likely to take on even greater importance. In this context, the PNP leader's missteps, whether verbal or otherwise, could prove costly. At the same time, though, his willingness to engage with the local language and culture may serve as a reminder that politics at its core is about people, their experiences, and their aspiration. Understanding and addressing these can mean the difference between political success and failure. What do you think? Was Golding's outburst a genuine slip or a deliberate attempt to appear more relatable to the average Jamaican? And how important is the issue of identity in this year's election? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this piece, please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time.